Hello, my Teaserking family. I'll give everybody a few minutes to get back. Just problems with YouTube. I was buffering for 2 minutes waiting to come on, and I had to delete the other one. So there's another video, but it just got disconnected, I guess. So anyway, we're back. I will wait. I know profits on the other side, waiting. So gold's playing games. Back to 28.96. So when we first started, it dropped all the way to 28.92 from 29.40. So I'll show you the Comex fund. This is a U.S. derivative done at about 10 to 9. They come on about 10 o'clock. And there was no call options to knock it down. So in other words, when you see it here at 29.30, you see it go from 29.40 to 29.30. And when it does that, the first one here, when this happens here, there's buyers. And what happened at 10 o'clock, they push the derivative, but you don't know how far it's going to go down. And it went all the way down to 28.92. And that was the bottom. And it's now 12 o'clock. And now the buyers are coming back because it's cheap. And it's 28.96 on its way back to 29.40. They will tell you it's people selling or profit taking. Hey, Pat. Good to see you. My YouTube, I don't know. It all got all fucked up. So apologize for that. But anyway. So you can see the fun of the derivatives. They'll say it's profit taking. Nobody in their right mind selling an ounce of gold. Even if they did, it would not lower the price like this. This can only be priced by the fixed derivative market of Comex, JP Morgan. That's the only way this price goes down. The goes up when they take delivery on the gold and they want it. It does kick the price up. But the only way it goes down is nobody's selling their gold to Comex. Nobody in the world ever would sell it to Comex. Even if you wanted to sell it, that's not the place you sell it. You'd sell it to another central bank if you're a central bank. If you're me and you, who cares? If I sold, 1 ton at my gold store, it wouldn't move the price at all. Excuse me. So basically, what Comex, the game is just strictly, I want to buy it cheaper. So therefore, I'm going to do the derivative, which lowers the price. And this is why it's paper gold, not physical. So if I wanted to buy this Montana rookie, and let's say it was at $100,000, well, I want to buy it, but I don't want to pay $100 for it. So I would do a derivative, and I would just short it paper-wise to get it down to 90,000, and I'd buy it at 90,000. That's what it is, because even if I sold this, it's not going to change the value of it. So gold does not drop from 29.40 to 28.90. That's fantasy. Okay, that's not real. That is not anything happening, right? That is not the Russians or the Chinese selling 1,000 tons of gold. That ain't happening. So what you have is just derivatives, because that's how it's a price fixed market. Comex, it's not real. It's a price fixer, and the way the price moves is with derivatives, or if you take delivery of the option. So in this there, now I'm going to buy it, right? Oh my God, it's 28.97. It was 29.40. I'm going to go buy. The Indians and the Russians are buying right now. They're the ones who wanted the price to drop. I'm starting to notice early on, like about 8:30, 9 o'clock, when China has it and it should be going to the moon, they're kind of doing derivatives down for some reason also, which makes very little sense. But anyway, that's what's happening in it. So don't worry, it's not real. It's just pretend. There's far too much demand for the gold, for the physical, to keep the price higher. Silver's getting killed at 31.50 again. Nobody is selling an ounce. So who's selling it? Who has silver that they're selling? Okay, I get when a guy goes and he needs groceries and he goes and takes an ounce of gold to the jewelry store or the coin store and he sells 1 ounce of gold because he needs money. But that doesn't drop the price from 29.42 to 28.90. That just doesn't happen. As you can see, we're back to 28.96. Silver will get back up, but again, this is silver's problem. Everybody's saying silver will go up, and silver's this. Silver's worth $1,000 an ounce. However, you're not going to see it on Comex till Comex blows up. And until they make silver a tier 1 asset in Basel III, like they've done with gold, where they take delivery, you won't see it. So people get frustrated. Well, you said silver was going to go up, but I don't believe you. Oh, it's going to go up. It's extremely undervalued. However, the pricing mechanism is bullshit. It's based on derivatives, so it's all fake. This is not a real price of physical. So as I said, here's the physical, what people will pay for gold and silver, and here's Comex. And the two should meet, and they're going to meet up here. But right, so we don't know what this price is. My guess is gold 25,000, 20,000, silver 1,000 to 2,000. That's what the real price is, but we don't know. That discovery hasn't been made. Prices are for discovery, because if I can see what people pay for it, if I can get $200 a bottle for this, then I can charge $200, and then I'm going to make it. But if I don't know what I can get for it, if you fix it to $50 and I don't know what the real price of this is, how can I sell it? How can I make it? So I got to make it, and then I got to sell it. And then if I know I'm going to get the real price of 200, I'm going to do it. We don't know what the real price of gold and silver is, the physical price. We know it's much higher than this bullshit. Like here's this is why I say, look at this bullshit. 28.96 gold today, down $50, and nobody sold an ounce. How the hell does that happen? That's the bullshit JP Morgan Ponzi scheme. And that's a big problem with the derivative Comex market, which should be blown up. It's totally illegal. Or it should be off to the side. Here's the real physical market, and here's this bullshit Comex derivative market. Why anybody is going to watch it or follow it, I have no idea. I assume it's just now I can go buy gold cheaper. I can save $50 an ounce on gold today. Yay, profit. Yeah, it's just step circling, and I find it best to just close it out because I don't know. So I'll be talking for an hour, and then I realize my video lasted 3 minutes, and the last hour I spent talking was basically to myself because it didn't record. So I tend to get off and just reset it. I turn off my computer. I come back on. I don't know if it's computer. I don't know what the hell it is. I assume it's something to do with my internet, something to do with YouTube, but I don't know. So I just log off, restart, and like now it seems to be better. It's funny too. I get that in the beginning, like the first 5 minutes, I'll get that internet connection. So I assume it's a memory thing where it can't load the YouTube, but then once we're loaded, I don't seem to get it. Is the market reacting to Trump? Be more specific. Stock market? What are you talking about? I don't really follow the stock market much because I'm not in it. It's bullshit. But what are you saying? So we were talking. Your father-in-law did watch the video and he liked it. Well, I hope it helps him. Um, I mean, it's a good video. All the markets are down now, including the crypto markets. Stock market is almost down. Well, let's take a look. I don't normally, like when I was working, they had Bloomberg on, so you could see they always had the markets on and gold and Bitcoin and everything. So GLD, I'm looking at this headline, pulls in 1.9 billion amid gold's record run. The Spiders gold shares pulled in 1.95 billion in new assets Friday, bringing its assets under management to 85 billion. Largest one-day inflow since. So I think that means people are buying ETFs. So all these people are going to get screwed because you don't want to be in an ETF, as I said. You want to be in U.S. stock market today. S&P 500 falls. We don't care about that. Stock market today, Dow Jones, S&P, and 500 hold steady versus as NASDAQ slips, NVIDIA in fall mid chip export. Bitcoin crashes below 90,000. Where's my friend who got mad at me? U.S. stock market experienced fluctuations on February 25th amid concerns over trading, and Bitcoin sharp decline below 90,000 for the first time since November. Investors closely monitor developments in major industry, crypto linked stocks, and impact. What is the stock market at? So the Dow is. Can't I just get a fucking number? So the stocks are, well, the Dow's down 41. That's nothing. It's price fixed. It's made off. S&P's down 43. NASDAQ down 263. So that's not a big deal. Crypto being under 90, that's a good point. ETF stock market, you got to be out of your mind. Tesla down 26. That's way, way overvalued. That shouldn't even be $100 stock. ETF stock market, what's that? I didn't even know there was an ETF stock market. ETF stock market definition. Well, it's probably up because of all the gold going in. Anyway, so the market's not down much. Crypto is, but the market's not. 24 minutes ago. So, yeah, the market's way, way overvalued. That's fantasy. Stay out of that. So I'm not sure what you're saying by the market being down $24 reacting to Trump. All the markets are down now. Now, crypto being under 90 is Larry Fink doing his derivatives just like gold. So now we got to wonder, the ETFs are shorting as well as gold shorting. Somebody needs money. What'll happen is it'll drop when people need money and when people start taking their money out. But in gold, in Comex gold, it's all ETFs. They're trying to take their money out. Silver, they got 25,000 tons that they're trying to take out that they can't get. So it's like going to the bank and I want my $25,000 and the bank says, I don't have it. That's what's going on in Comex and the silver market. People want their money, but they can't get it because Comex doesn't have silver to deliver. So think of it as the bank. You go to the bank, you want your money, and they give you money. Now with Comex, you've got derivative contracts. You want your silver. You're saying, I want to take delivery. Give me my silver. Give me 1,000 tons of it. And they don't have it. And that's what all this gold coming back into the U.S. is to pay off all the people wanting gold at the Comex who said, I stand for delivery. I want my gold. And they don't have it. They want physical gold. So this is, in a sense, what a bank run looks like, where everybody goes to the bank and the bank doesn't have any money. And that's what's happening in Comex. They all want gold and silver. They want physical because they know the paper's bullshit. Why do I want paper? Which is my whole point with this. Why do you want this? This is worthless. And you're seeing now in Comex with gold and silver. Nobody wants this. They want the physical gold and silver. I want this. I don't want Bitcoin because this is real. So if we analyze it, Bitcoin's now under 90,000. Montana didn't lose anything. It's still 100,000. The Rolex is still 200,000. These don't get fucked around like ETFs do. Plus, I have it. If you bought it from me, you'd have the physical card. In ETFs, you're trying to get, you don't want the paper, you're trying to get the physical. So I don't pay attention to the stock market profit because it doesn't interest me. I know it's a Ponzi scheme. It's Madoff came from the stock market. So I don't pay any attention to the stock market because I know it's not real. So going on, your father liked the video, or your father-in-law. I hope it helps him. It should help him. I know they probably have him on radiation and all those drugs, which basically kills all your cells instead of just fasting. See, the difference is if you go to the doctor and like get antibiotics or get this radiation treatments, they kill you. They kill all your cells, and then the cells regenerate every 90 days. But the good cells die too. And in fasting, if you just fast, the good cells eat up all the bad cells. You don't lose your good cells when you fast, right? So all that happens is you don't eat, the autophagy sets in after 18 hours, and then your body, which when you break your leg, fixes itself, and breaks your arm, fixes yourself. Your body then goes and says, oh, I need energy. And they go and they start eating your fat. All of a sudden you look thinner. And then they see bad cells and they destroy the bad cells because they think the bad cells are the reason they're not getting the food. That's what autophagy is. That's why you've got to go at least 48 hours. If I'm in your father-in-law's situation, I'm going much farther. I'm going at least 72 hours. I mean, I'm doing 4 days. If I got a serious illness, I'm letting the boys work, the autophagies. Something like that, they should be able to fix. You got liver problems, you got kidney problems, blood pressure. It fixes everything, the autophagy, because it's your body basically fixing it. So that's really what you need to do. So hopefully that's going well. The fact all markets are down, I don't know what that is. It's all rigged. The central bank is printing money, putting it in the stock market, so they can say, "Look, we're not in a recession. Everything's fine." Yeah, we do have a $37 trillion debt now, but no problem. We'll just keep printing money because we got idiots in charge of it. Um, this whole thing with Russia and the Ukraine, we're just printing money and giving it to Ukraine. Well, hopefully that's stopping, I think. One thing that I heard yesterday, which I was shocked, was Musk sending emails to everybody in the DOD. And my friend got one, but I tried calling him, but I haven't heard from him. That if you didn't respond, they were going to fire you. And I thought it was really inappropriate for Elon Musk to send emails to everybody in the DOD, number one. Number two, asking them what they've done for the last 5 days, or name 5 things you did last week. And I think that's inappropriate because it could be very classic, top secret information. I'm working on this missile launcher. I can't tell you what I'm working on. I can tell you I worked on a project, but I can't tell you the name of the project. I think it's stupid. It'd be like the head of GM sending out a email to all the employees. Hey, what are you working on? You go to the that's what the boss is for, right? Your boss, my boss at Mercedes, a finance manager. She knew everything I was doing because I didn't. It was very transparent. It was like, I'm working on this, this, and this. Fine. I need you to do this. Fine. So she would give me the assignments, or there was normal monthly assignments, and that's what she would give me. But to have Elon Musk, who's it'd be like Trump sending it out. Does Trump send an email to his employees? I don't get where Elon Musk will has any authority, or why anybody would listen to this idiot telling about that. As far as no gold in your Fort Knox from YouTube, from Die Hard 3, your Fort Knox. I always like that Jeremy Irons guy. So let's see. Confirmed Trump Fort Knox gold audit, and there isn't anything there. The truth about the gold Fort Knox. So there isn't any. I thought he had a different one. Here. Live, missing gold scandal. Trump and Musk demand Fort Knox. Fort Knox gold. Trump hits. It might not be there. Holy shit, 36 hours. I thought my videos are long. So you have no gold at Fort Knox, which would make you even more demand to buy physical gold, right? Because there's no gold there means that this is worthless, right? This is worthless, right? Because if there's no gold, where is the gold? It's in China, it's in Russia, it's in India. So that makes this worth even less, which then the demand for physical gold, again, physical gold is worldwide. It's China, it's Russia, not just a US thing. Certain things are only in the US. So, that's okay. But when you get something globally like gold and silver, so people have got to be like, what the fuck's going on with silver? What happened to the gold that was stored at the World Trade Center? Well, that was stolen by the Israelis during 9/11. It was a couple $1 billion. It was probably 100, maybe 1,000 tons. The Israelis were behind 9/11, and they stole it. And there was videos where there was Brinks trucks moving the gold out from the World Trade Center. That's what 9/11 was. It wasn't a terrorist attack at all. It was a gold robbery. How do we rob from the World Trade Center? Oh, well, let's destroy the buildings. This is the best they came up with. Let's destroy the buildings. And then during all the confusion, we'll steal the gold. It's always about that. When you have all this confusion, it's just to get the thought out. So the Israelis stole the gold, and it makes sense because the Israelis needed that because their money was shit. They needed gold to back their money and or just to have gold. And then all these wars they have, Israelis simply went broke. As I shared with you about this idiot Luke Groman, who says, oh, yeah, you can have high inflation. It's okay. Israel had 200% inflation in the mid-'80s, and he thought they just came out of it. And they didn't. They didn't come out of it. They had to issue a new currency because inflation is the currency being dumped. It's being printed to death. So the quickest answer, how do you solve it, is to come out with a new currency because this currency is worthless. That's where we're at here. This currency is worthless. There will be a new US dollar that Trump comes out with. We hope it's backed by gold, but we don't have any gold. So how the hell are we going to back it by gold? Unless we join BRICS, but we'll need gold to join BRICS. So we don't have any gold means the next dollar we come out with will be worthless also, because if your dollar is not backed by gold, means it's worthless day one. As soon as you issue a new bullshit piece of paper that's monopoly money, that's worthless also. So until it's backed by gold or silver or something like that, it's worthless. Pat, the derivatives who can't deliver the physical are now going bust. Well, that's what I was telling you exactly. They have to dump everything. That's why the banks are going to collapse. You watch JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, who are behind all this derivative shit. That's what I don't understand today, this $50 derivative. Are you out of your fucking mind? I mean, how are you going to pay for that? You must understand you have to settle your options. So if you bet that it's 29.40 and you're betting that the gold price is going to go down and it doesn't, and now it starts going up, how do you pay? You lose. How do you pay off the option? And most options you lose. That's why I would never recommend playing options. 99% of them go bust. So because they're all rigged. You've got to understand that. So these banks are going out. This is why you don't hold your money in the bank and you don't hold your gold in a safety deposit box at a bank. Because when the bank shuts the door, that's it. There is nothing else. Once they shut the doors, you can't get it. Well, wait, my gold, I need to get in my safety deposit box. You can't get in it. This is the problem. There was a movie called The Bank Job, 1971. Jason Strahan was in it. And this guy had pictures of some British, what do they call them? Princess. Naked pictures. So they got robbers to go in and steal the box and get the pictures. But as long as you're in there, if you want to take anything else in the safety deposit boxes, you can take it. And so therefore nobody ever claimed them, and that was it. So if you had, this is 1970, if you had 100,000 in a safety deposit box or gold in it, you're not getting it out because they're gone. So that's why I don't recommend safety deposit boxes or anything at a bank. I do recommend Egon's Vault or something like that. That's probably better if you don't just put them in your safe in your home, which is probably the best thing to do. Everybody thinks worse. Oh, what if I get robbed? All right. How long have you been living in your house? Have you ever gotten robbed? I mean, there's not a lot of house robberies that I hear of. They took my stereo and my TV. I don't hear that anymore. So nobody's coming into your house. If they want, they're going to the jewelry store to take the jewelers, or other things like that. They're not going in to people's houses because they assume people don't have anything in their houses. So why would I go into a house and steal what, $20? Oh, I got his TV, which is now worth $100. Like, people aren't going to risk going to jail for that. So really, I don't know that you have much risk. You certainly don't have. You don't insure it. I don't insure my gold. Why would I insure it? You hope it doesn't get stolen, but if I insure it, they know I have it, and I don't want that to happen. Pat, they have to dump everything. Exactly. Now everyone will realize what counterparty risk really means, and that's good for gold. However, we got to get out of Comex because they're still fucking around. Look at silver today. Why is silver down? Because they're doing derivatives, probably because they got to get out of the gold derivatives that they're all going underwater on, that Pat's saying they can't deliver the physical. So really what it is, this is an ETF, Joe Montana rookie card, and now I do an ETF. So if you want in my ETF, you get a Joe Montana rookie card, only you don't. I have one, but I write 10,000 ETFs on this one, meaning 10,000 people think they own this. Nobody owns it but me, but I put it out there. That's how ETFs work. Then you go and you say, I'd like to take delivery of the Montana card. And I'd say, no, sorry, can't. I delay you because I only have one, and I Ponzi schemed you into believing that there's 1,000 of them, and there isn't. And that's what gold ETFs do. All these people are going in ETFs because they think they're physical. No, they're not. There's no physical gold, and you can never get it out. So stop. Just fucking buy physical. That's why I tell you that. ETFs or the gold stocks, you're going to be dead. There's no point in it. You can't do it. So in a bank run, you go to the bank to get your money out and they don't have it. That's what happens in a bank run, right? Hey, I better get my money out and put it in the gold. So I go, oh, I got 100 grand in here. Well, we don't have it. Sorry. We'll try to order it for you. Maybe we'll get 10 grand next Friday. And the money that you have in there, you can't get because they don't have it, because they don't keep money in the bank. They keep very little of your money. So you give them 10 grand, it's gone. Tomorrow, it's not in the bank. It's probably been sold out to other people that came in wanting their money. This is the Ponzi scheme. So you have to be very careful. That's why I say take your money out of the banks and hold it in your safe. Then you never have any issues. My money's in my safe. I never have an issue. Will it be at the bank? Can I get it out of the bank? I never had that issue because I got my money, but I don't want to keep it because it's not worth anything. So I'd rather buy gold and silver with it. And then the Montana car was bought years ago. So that's the thing. The derivatives are extremely risky. It's like Nancy Pelosi hitting 96% on her stocks. Yeah, if somebody's telling you what to buy because it's going to go up because we're putting our money in and you put it in, you're really not a stock picker. You're just getting insider information that's totally illegal. But since you're in the Senate, you don't care because you're not going to prosecute yourself. So that's what's happening in Comex today. That's why I tell you, don't worry about it. It's bullshit. In the long run, it'll be fine. As you see, this happened at 2,700 down to 26 something. And now where are we at? Oh yeah, we were 2940 at 930. But it'll jump back up because they only do the derivatives at 10 o'clock. They don't do the derivatives all day, right? So the US comes in at 10. Europe usually does it at 6 in the morning or 8 in the morning. They do their derivative. We do ours at 10. So usually when you get past 10 and they didn't crush it, you're in for a good day. But most of the day, I'd say 25 out of 30, they short the derivative. They do a put option, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. And sometimes it only goes down $5, and then by noon it's way up. Which is most days. But now the demand for the gold is huge. Everybody wants physical gold. They don't want physical gold. They don't know yet, but they know they want gold. Problem is they want ETF, which is wrong. And then I think what you see when you see like the stock market dropping, it's because they're going into gold. So I'm selling my stock into gold. And this is what I'm warning you about the stock market and the banks. They're going to start pulling the money out and go into gold, because now that Fort Knox looks like it doesn't have any, now people are really panicking. Oh shit, our money's worthless. We don't have any gold in Fort Knox. I better get physical gold. And so how do I get it? Well, I got to take my money out of my bank, or I got to sell my stocks to get money. So it's a change. So you're out of the banks, or the stock market's crashing, or Bitcoin's crashing because I want money. Wait a minute. Bitcoin's not 125. I guarantee you that everybody's panicking that I've talked to and warned to get out of Bitcoin because it's a Ponzi scheme, who said, no, it's just going to keep going. And it went up to 105,000. And I warned them, it's Larry Fink, it's ETFs. They're going to do derivatives just like they do with gold. And that's exactly what they do. And now he needs money because, as Pat just said, they all have to cover their derivatives. So what are they doing? Selling out of their ETFs, the Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's dropping because it's a Ponzi scheme. It has no value. Maybe now people can understand what I'm talking about. It has no value because it isn't. It's like this. This has zero value. This is worthless. This is just a piece of paper. This has no value, although you can go to the grocery store and with a one, you can buy a pack of gum with. Well, I don't even know if you can get gum with it, but let's say it's $60. I can go buy some meat, right? And avocados and stuff like that. And that's what happens. So you have that, but it's not real. It's the illusion, right? And gold and silver are real. That's the real money. It's gold and silver, because you can't print it, and you've got it. That's why you must buy physical, because you have it. If you buy ETFs, you don't have the gold. So what do? It's like going to a bank and I want my 100 grand. Sorry, we don't have money. You go to ETF, you go to these GLDs, say, I want my gold. You don't have any. There is no gold in there. It's all bullshit. There is no gold in the ETF. So you don't have physical, you're fucked, but you don't know you're fucked till you try to get it out. That's why you just buy physical gold. I got 10 ounces of gold in my hand. That's it. You're all set. There's no issue getting it out. So that's really what you push for. So with no gold in Fort Knox makes people uncomfortable in dollars, because they know, well, wait, the gold's supposed to be backing the dollar, and it isn't. So I'm wondering if Trump did this on purpose to really kill the dollar, because he knew there was no gold in Fort Knox. Everybody knew that. And if you know there's no gold in Fort Knox, but it backs the dollar, right? So people think, oh, well, the gold in Fort Knox backs this. Well, why would they think that? It doesn't. It's valued at $44 on the thing. There's no gold in Fort Knox. How is that backing the dollar? The dollar's not backed by anything. This is monopoly money. So that's why you go buy physical, because you have it and you're done with it. You don't have to sit there with ETFs and go, can I have my gold? And they're going, no. But they sell it as what? Physical gold or something? I don't know. I don't pay attention to ETFs. I don't pay attention to stocks. But as people want to get gold, they sell their Bitcoin, they sell their stocks, they sell their ETFs, whatever it is, the real estate trust. They might even mortgage their house, remortgage it to get the physical gold. But they got to be smart enough to get physical. I'll buy an ETF. It's cheaper. Yeah, but you didn't buy anything. You just got Ponzi scheme. You got Madoff. Welcome to ETFs. So that's what you're seeing with Bitcoin. People are getting out because they need the money. And this is what happens in an economy when you fuck the dollar up, right? So the dollar is worthless. And really what that means is there is no value. So things cost more because the dollar's worthless. I was sitting, where was I yesterday? I don't know. I was somewhere. I was in the hot tub, and these older guys are talking about going to the Tiger game, and it's like $130 a ticket, and a hot dog was $9, or a beer with 12. And they're bitching about the prices going up, and I'm sitting there stoic, and I'm going, it's not the prices going up, the value of your dollars dropping. And but I didn't say that. I didn't say a word because I didn't. They're not going to listen to me anyway. Why waste my time? So I didn't want to get into it. But basically, now you understand gold. When the dollar loses value and it's $10 for a hot dog at a ball game, and the tickets are $130 at a ball game, what are you doing? And then it's going to get to the point in pro sports where you're paying these players all this, $50 million for Jared Goff. You got to be out of your mind. So they raise tickets to pay for it because it's like a business. Business never pays tax. Taxes go up. They either lay off people or they raise their prices on their goods and services. They never pay tax. Same thing here. So the football team or the baseball team starts paying these guys a lot of money. Well, it ain't coming out of their pocket, so they're going to raise ticket prices and parking and hot dogs, and you want to buy a hat. And I'm way past that point. Sorry, boys, I am not going. I'll watch it. If it's football, I'll just watch the 20 minutes on YouTube and get the gist of